Why did I do that? I need to revert. Son of a... I'm sorry, folks. That's baby steps again. At least we got some practice in launching this thing off the pad. But I do apologize, it must be frustrating. I know it is for me. Let's bring this thing over here. Hold it there for a second while because I forgot to get up my info thing. You know, Twitch has this thing where you can mark your stream as having branded content like sponsorships and whatnot. If I'm a self-employed dude like I am, selling software on the app stores and whatnot, do I need to mark my stream as branded if I promote my own stuff? I really want to know. Not that I would use this to promote my stuff, because it's not the place to do that. Let's keel over a little bit more. Okay. We can almost go horizontal here. Okay, there goes that thing. And we're tumbling and turning. That is fine. We're just gonna have to do another burn here like we did before. To raise our periapsis. Whoa, that's way too much. Okay, small increments here. To, I don't know, 80k or something, 75. Like so, that should be fine. Good. Another 42, T-minus 42 seconds. Which is coming up pretty soon here. Okay, do not stage the frickin' craft. I need to post it on my controller or something to remind me. It's the second time I've done that. It's good practice though. Getting into orbit is always the most important thing of getting anywhere, really. I actually meant to do a bunch of trial runs off stream just to get back into the swing of things, but then I didn't have the time, and now we're here. And you get to watch me biff it over and over again. Isn't that fun? Okay, let's throttle down a little bit. Right on the line, isn't that awesome? Okay. Just really gonna watch my periapsis here. Okay, there we go. That's good. Let's get rid of this, and we're done. Don't touch the X button. I don't want to stage again. Now, same song and dance as before. We're gonna set this as our target, and check our thing here. Wow, I really biffed it this time. Bad Mallard 87 is here for the biffage. That's awesome to hear. Welcome back to the stream. We're back for the first time in 2 months with Kerbal Space Program and biffing in. You came at the right time because I already biffed it twice. And there's more where that came from. Now, I want to do another maneuver to get us at an interface with the moon, which is like this. Okay, let's move it up ahead a little bit. Yeah, that should be fine. Well, maybe if I wait a little longer, I can reduce the burn and thus be a little more efficient with our fuel here. Well, that looks weird. Kind of bonkers. Sincere Rockin' and M1, can I bother asking if you stream with B-frames active or not? Well, I did some biffing around with the settings today in OBS for some reason or another, and I set it up to be advanced, and I do use the B-frames with a keyframe interval of 2 seconds and a bitrate of 7,500 kilobits per second. Right, okay, I guess I can reduce a bunch of stuff here if I do this. Looks kind of okay. Let's move it up ahead a little bit and reduce the burn a little bit more. What if I'm just gonna try something. What if I keep going and keep reducing? Okay, no, I would have to burn more if I did this. And that's not good. No, I think we got it right the first time over here somewhere. I think I biffed it. Moon was over here. Yeah, okay, let's go with this and increase the burn a tiny little bit. Every bit of fuel counts here, as I'm gonna have to do a couple of maneuvers around the moon to hit all the targets I want to read out. So yeah, there's that. I think that looks good for now. Oh, right, I did want to change this, so we need to change our maneuver a bit more, do a normal burn, and change this number to 0, so we get a nice little orbit around the moon. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. Right, okay, now, back here we go. It's gonna be an orbit around Kerbal here before we can do our burn. Let's speed this up. As we go around Kerbal on the dark side and come up. The sun should be coming up in a second now. Over to the right here. There it is. Look at that. That was nice. Okay. 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1 minute left. Let's readjust here. We're gonna burn a T-minus 16 seconds. How much fuel do we have left? Half. Half. That's not good. As long as I don't stage, I'm gonna call it a success anyway. Okay, maybe we speed it up a tiny little bit more, so we just don't sit around here doing nothing. And go. Getting escape velocity, so we leave Kerbal's orbit and get into an insertion window with the moon, or interface. Hero beat intensifies. Okay, gotta pay attention here. Let's do this a little bit slower, with a nice slow burn. Keep it in the window here, on the marker. And there we go. Okay, that should be good enough. Should be close enough. How did we do? Wow, that doesn't That's freaking out here, like I am. There was our interface for a second. You know what, we're just gonna maybe warp a little bit. So we get a nice and stable something here. Okay, that looks good. What's going on here? Could you please not biff it? Crap, come on. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I did it too close and it isn't quite sure if we actually made it. Maybe I'm gonna do a little more of a prograde burn here. Let's just turn prograde. Oh, there it is now. Right, well that's good. So the blue line is our escape trajectory from Kerbal, and the brown one is where we interface with the moon, so that's going to be our opportunity to get into orbit of the moon, which we're going to do at the periapsis. We're going to add a maneuver here and reduce our speed. So we get this. Now we have a nice little orbit around the moon, if you can see that right above me. Let's see what the periapsis says here. We can bring this down all the way because we need to be below 9K anyway for the readings. Can I? Wow, this is awkward. Reduce the periapsis enough. It doesn't even show me the periapsis anymore at that point. That's weird. Maybe we do this in a couple of stages. So I think that's good. It's gonna cost a lot of fuel again. It's gonna be a Hail Mary mission coming back if we're actually able to do it, but let's just see where we can go with this. I have a feeling we're gonna have to restart anyway, but it's good practice. So you can see here the moon moving in to where it's gonna be over here. And now we're in the moon's interface. In the moon's sphere of influence, I think it's called, if I remember right. Okay, and you see now that our trajectory here goes right into the moon. So if we did that burn as I set it up, we would crash into the moon and die, so I have to go back in and readjust that a little bit, get it back up to a nice little periapsis right here. Reduce that to as close as possible. We have to go below 9K if I want to get both of those readings. That's a little close for comfort here. Move it in just... yeah. I hope there aren't any hills on the moon. I guess we'll find out the hard way, but that's what we're gonna do now. All up in the moon's interface. You got that right, Bad Mallard 87. We're gonna... maybe the moon is gonna be in our face, who knows? Let's move up to our point here. As you can see down here, we have a... it's gonna be 23 minutes till our burn comes up, so I'm just gonna warp a little bit closer so we don't sit here for half an hour and staring at each other uncomfortably and awkwardly. Okay, we're gonna do a burn at t-minus 5.5 seconds, because what you want to do is take the burn time, divide it by 2, and then go into the minus with it, you know? If you know what I'm saying, because I don't. It's just what I've been told to do. I don't question it, I just execute. Right, so let's go back in. Maybe we have the moon in view. No, that's Kerbal. There's the moon. Isn't that nice? Sweet. Let's turn around to our maneuver point. So since I did a couple of changes for the quality of the stream and whatnot, it's just going to be retrograde. Let's have Jebediah do that for us. Is the stream stable for you all and looking good and whatnot? Or do you get a lot of buffering and all that crap? Because then I might want to reduce the bitrate again. Okay, let's fast forward a tiny little bit more. All smooth? That's great to hear. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's wait it out here. Looks great from here. Works like a charm. Awesome. Thank you. Now we burn. For another 6 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Shut off. Let's do a tiny little bit of a burn here. Oh, might have been a little bit too much. Okay, we can see now that our new periapsis, the closest point in our orbit to the thing we're orbiting, in this case it's the moon, is 7.2 kilometers. So that might mean we are gonna crash into some mountains here. Let's see how we did. Over on this side. Well, it looks okay from here, but you never know until you really get in there with the craft. And what I want to do here is get those readings. They're below 7.9 actually, and below 6.8. That's interesting. This one I could do. I just need to change my inclination of the orbit here a tiny little bit. Let's see. Give me a second here as I try to smoothly line up my two lines of my orbit to see where I'm at looking down. It's very difficult to do with a controller. It would be way smoother with a mouse. Can I hook up my mouse to the PlayStation, I wonder? Okay, that's close enough. Right, so if I went over on, I don't know, this side maybe, and add a maneuver and do a normal burn, which is up and down, to tilt it maybe, like so, where would we be then? I just need to realign this again. Ah, crap, come on. Okay, that's almost perfect actually. Well, it looks good from here. What if I line up with the dotted brown line? There must be a better way to do this. This is the binky bonky way of doing things. This is not how they actually do it in space. I might want to adjust it a tiny little bit more. Okay, that looks good because now our orbit, once I do the burn, is going right over this thing. And our closest point here is 8.4. Aha, that's actually a little bit too high up there because we need to be below 7.9. So in this case, we're going to go in and reduce our orbit once more. Or I guess we'd have to do it over there. We'd have to do it at the apoapsis because that's more efficient. Whoops. Let's get a look at the periapsis here. Reduce it. That's too close. We need it below, what was it? Anybody remember those numbers? Crap. I think it was below 7.9 kilometers. So that should actually kind of do it. I shouldn't have touched it again. Don't know why I touched it. I can't not touch. Okay. Slowly increasing the number here. Something happened. Why didn't it go up so fast? Okay, let's keep it at 7.1. That is definitely below the 7.9 we need to be. Yeah. Okay, that looks kind of good. I'm surprised that it looks good. So let's come over here then. It's gonna be a normal burn. Let's warp. Alright, okay. It's just a 1-second burn, so I really just need to flare up our engine here. Let's roll horizontally. I'm actually not sure if Kerbal Space Program on the console supports mouse and keyboard input. Would be nice. Let it burn. We're gonna let it burn, let it rip in just about over a minute. speed this up again a little bit.